Hello everyone, Daniel Yuck here. Thank you all for tuning in today. I appreciate you. Today we're going to be diving into the letter D here of my basic graffiti lettering series. The idea of these videos is to get us more comfortable and acquainted with creating graffiti letters on our end and giving us a point to start from and build off of. We're not trying to do the best graffiti or anything like that. Right now, within this series, we are focused on simply creating and getting comfortable with creating our own letters. Should you have any questions about anything that you see or hear throughout this video, I'm going to encourage you, please drop a comment down below and I will do my best to assist you in the best possible direction. With that being said, let's go ahead and dive straight on into this. So diving right on in, for the letter D, this is one of my favorite letters. I enjoy doing the letter D just because my uppercase D's, I can do a lot with them. So where I'm going to begin is typically I begin with the inspiration. So I'm going to lay down some graffiti rights and then draw some inspiration from there. So my uppercase D's here, allow me to get a little bit bigger of a, there we go. So that's one style D that I do often. I personally like that style there. Allow me just to lay down a few letter D's here. This one's a little bit more on the crazy, sparse, sporadic side. It's a little high up there. So you get an idea. I can do a whole bunch of crazy D's. I'm not sure if majority would know that that's a letter D. However, it is a style of a D that I personally enjoy. It's not for everybody. And I personally enjoy the uppercase D more than I do the lowercase, just because there's more that I can do with it over, a loop and a line. So these two right here even seem like cool ways to approach doing a basic letter D. Even this one right here, this one and this one would fit perfectly as well. So I'm going to draw some inspiration from these letters that I laid down. So this is the beginning of how I draw inspiration. So that way I don't go out on the internet looking, copying styles. This is one way that you can do that. You can just even do a regular letter D that you knew of, in school and try to make that into a bomb style letter. Start simple. Once you do that, fill it in everything, kind of continue, see what you can add, see what you can take away, see what you can change. That's how we progress and really, fine tune our own style. So for this demonstration, I'm going to go with one of these letter D's. I think it's the same thing really. And I'm going to begin with the way that I did there. I'm going to draw these straight line down. And then we're going to draw this straight line around. And then I'm going to repeat that process over here with these just to see if I like this sort of letter D here. So off the bat, I am not mad at this style of D. This is actually a really cool D. If I go over here and I get my eraser here and take out the areas that I don't need, and this would be done obviously with spray paint or paint markers or whatever it is that we are using, an eraser if we're using pencil, you get the idea. So we have this letter D right here, and then we can add shading wherever we choose. We can add it over here on this side if the D is going to be facing that angle. To each their own. So we have this letter D right there, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of fill right there. So this right here, I'm actually happy with these results. Then we can continue building on over here with whatever other letters that we were going to add. You get the idea. So that is how I would go about approaching a capital letter D. And a lowercase letter D is going to be the same logic and thought process and approach. I'm going to stick with this one right here. And I believe I started with this line or this line. I don't really think it would matter, but I'm going to start with this longer line. I'm going to come around and then bring it down like this. And then this one over here is going to go over here. Definitely not. So this letter D looks pretty cool to me. What I want to do is, again, if we were filling in or using paint markers or spray paint, we would do the same thing. Begin to fill in. So it's okay to, I guess in my opinion, to cross lines so that way you get the structure of the lettering nice and right, cohesive. And the same approach would be done with pencil. You know, you just kind of sketch it around until you, or spray paint until you get your rounds corrected and all of that. So that's how I'm going to approach the lowercase d, and then from here you could again add your shadings however you'd like, or your shadows however, wherever you'd like, to each their own. I'm not here to tell you where to put your shadings or your shadows. So here are my final results for this basic demonstration of the letter D. Here's a capital and a lowercase version. Now, if I didn't touch base on anything specific, or if you have questions about anything that you saw or heard throughout this video, I'm going to encourage you to please drop a comment down below. Rest assured, I will do my best to assist you in the best possible direction. I also have social medias all under the same name as this YouTube channel. I have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I would truly appreciate the support on there as well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me and ring that bell, as I will be bringing more videos like this for you all. Thank you for tuning in yet again. You have a great day.